Title: Fluffy's Northern Nightmare Welcome to Newcastle. The caravan rumbled northward, leaving Lower Piddleworth in a haze of suspicious glances and stale pub odours. Emma was focused on the road, her eyes gleaming with excitement about reaching Scotland. I, Fluffy the forever unamused, lounged on the dashboard like a hairy dashboard deity, ever watchful and always judging. The British countryside rolled by in shades of damp green, punctuated by sheep that stared blankly as if auditioning for an existential indie film. Typical, I thought. Even their livestock looks depressed. Entering Newcastle, the city that never apologises. The city of Newcastle loomed ahead, its rugged skyline crowned by the colossal Angel of the North. The rust-red behemoth stretched its wings wide, looking like it was either welcoming us or preparing to dive-bomb the nearest football stadium. Emma pulled over, eager to snap photos while I surveyed the statue with sceptical interest. Is this art, or a really enthusiastic coat hanger? I mused. Looks like it's ready to take flight, probably to escape Newcastle traffic. The wind howled around its steel frame like an old Geordie man complaining about the price of beer. Tyne-side, chaos by the river. As we ventured deeper into Newcastle, the River Tyne sparkled faintly beneath grey clouds, its bridges criss-crossing like tangled shoelaces. The iconic Tyne Bridge arched gracefully across the water, while the modern Millennium Bridge did its best impression of a giant blinking eye. Locals strolled along the quayside, some clad in shorts despite the freezing wind. Are they immune to cold or just powered by beer and stubbornness? I wondered. Probably both. A street performer strummed an out-of-tune guitar while belting out a song that sounded like it had lost a fight with a blender. Nearby, a group of lads in football jerseys chanted, "Howay, man!" at absolutely nothing, fueled by a mysterious energy source known only as pure Geordie spirit. High Heaton, where sat-navs fear to tread. Emma insisted on visiting High Heaton, determined to explore its quiet streets. Unfortunately, our ancient caravan's sat-nav had other ideas and directed us through a labyrinth of impossibly narrow roads. We passed quaint terraces and curious locals who peered out from behind lace curtains, clearly wondering how we'd wandered into their corner of the universe. Emma, however, was unfazed, navigating the maze like she was auditioning for a low-budget car chase movie. I clung to the dashboard with claws extended. Is this a road or a particularly vengeful hiking trail? I hissed internally. If this gets any narrower, we'll be travelling by carrier pigeon. The Metrocentre, shopping mall, or feline apocalypse? Eventually, Emma's eyes lit up as we approached the sprawling Metrocentre, a colossal shopping complex that could easily double as a small country. She parked the caravan and eagerly led the way inside, dragging me along in my carrier, though I still maintained the appearance of a dignified hostage. Inside, the air smelled of hot pretzels, perfume samples, and financial ruin. Shoppers milled about with glazed expressions, locked in a consumerist trance. Then Emma saw the ultimate adventure, a towering indoor rollercoaster that twisted and looped through the cavernous shopping centre. Her face lit up like a kid on Christmas morning. No, absolutely not, I thought, backing into my carrier. I don't do heights unless I'm plotting revenge from a bookshelf. But before I could protest in feline sign language, Emma secured me in a front-facing carrier and hopped aboard the roller coaster with alarming enthusiasm. The ride lurched forward and we ascended the first climb as the entire mall shrank below us. This is how it ends, I thought grimly, plummeting into a sea of discount luggage and discount dignity. The roller coaster plunged and I experienced the most conflicting moment of my life, sheer terror mixed with something else, thrill, excitement. Am I enjoying this? I thought, horrified by the possibility. Is this what adrenaline feels like, or is it just survival instinct kicking in? Emma screamed with joy, her laughter blending with the echoing yells of other riders. I, however, maintained a dignified silence, except for the occasional involuntary yowl during the corkscrew twist. When the ride finally screeched to a halt, Emma beamed, clearly ready for another round. I, on the other hand, remained frozen in place, silently processing what had just happened. Never again, I muttered, though a small, treacherous part of me whispered, maybe one more time. Journey to the Scottish border. After leaving the Metrocentre, we continued our trek northward, the landscape shifting into rolling hills and rugged moorland. Emma's eyes sparkled with anticipation as Scotland loomed just beyond the horizon. I stretched luxuriously on the dashboard, my tail curling contentedly despite my lingering rollercoaster-induced existential crisis. As the caravan rumbled toward the border, I reflected on the chaos of Newcastle, its quirky locals, baffling accents, and rollercoaster-induced terror. If this is what England's exit looks like, I mused, Scotland better be ready, because we're just getting started.